right? Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Hakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation, and hopefully they got there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to hopefully the believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And what I want to get into this morning, is, you know, one thing about this ministry, as we mature, okay, what tends to happen is, we have a mindset that's in line and in tune, with what Yahweh Bashim Al Shah wants in the earth, okay? What he wants out of his people, because as we was a chosen people, there was also an expectation, put upon us as a nation, okay? And we didn't meet that standard. So in these latter times, as we fell away, we've been punished, okay? The elect had came to the conclusion that we want what Yahweh Bashim Al Shah want, man. Hey, our agendas are aligning, and let's do Yahweh Shah. All right, so let's get that. Matter of fact, when you go to Romans, the 12th chapter, okay? It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Okay? Because that's what we're commanded to do, as men of Israel, is to go teach and preach Yahushua, man. Okay? Being forerunners, for our great King Yahushua. And in doing that, we make our body, a living sacrifice, man. Okay? We make our body, pretty much a sacrifice, okay, physically, okay, spiritually, all right, mentally, because one thing about this ministry, the scriptures say he that departed from evil, making himself a prey. It pretty much puts a target on us, man. Okay, and by doing that, that's our reasonable service, man. Okay, but it's all leading to what? A righteous legacy. This is going towards our legacy, brothers. What we have to understand, the things that we do now, okay, these things will be the beginning of an immortal legacy, all right, that's going to transition into the kingdom, okay, and that's the point. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So as we're being conformed to Yahushua and not to this world, we're understanding the will of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah more clearly, man. It's one thing to, okay, have knowledge of something. You know that you're an Israelite, okay? Okay, about the tribes. You know that the so-called white man is an Edomite. You know about the Quran. But then there's a thing called understanding the will and the intent, understanding the intent of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Okay? Hey, because it's like when you play sports, it's one thing, to be a good athlete, well, it's another thing to be a good athlete and understand the system, okay, that the coach has set in place. Okay? That's why you see different teams run so efficient, because not only do they have good athletes, but the whole team understands, okay, the system, okay? And as we come into this ministry, okay, we understand the system now. Yahweh Bashim Al Shah intended Israel to be, okay, a righteous nation in the earth that would do nothing but what? Produce more righteousness, okay? Because in the kingdom, the legacy of every Israelite man is going to be directly linked to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Okay? That's what Yahweh Shema Shai intended the earth and existence to be ruled under a righteous government. Okay? That's why the kingdom of Israel is going to be everlasting. You know? And now it's time for legacy, man. Everything else is temporal. You see? Matter of fact, let's get that. Everything else is temporal, man. But see, now we're really understanding the will of Yahweh Shema Shai because we're being transformed, man. All right? We're being conformed to Yahweh Shai. You see? That's why Yahweh Shai was always teaching about the kingdom. The kingdom. You go into the Gospels and you read, you know, you see how Shai was always talking about the kingdom because he understood the will of his father. No one understood the will of the Heavenly Father like, you know, Yahweh Shai. Okay? And he was always teaching of the kingdom because he understood that that was the end game, all right, for, all right, the nation of Israel. That's why I say the days of the heathens can be numbered. Okay? But the days of Israel are innumerable, man. Okay? Because Yahweh Shai wants an eternal, righteous kingdom in the earth. That's why when you look at it, when you go to 2 Corinthians 4 and 16, it says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." Because the inward man, that's what longs for the kingdom. Okay, the spirit, even Yahweh Shai said, look, the flesh is weak. All right, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay, the flesh will always give in to the right now. Okay, that's why Jake make the decision that they make because they're giving in to the right now. Jake making decisions based on the right now. Okay, but as we put off this world day by day, guess what? The inward man is becoming stronger. The inward man wants the kingdom more and more. You know, sometimes you just want the kingdom so bad, man. You know, you be clenching your fists, man. You know, you want righteous rulership in the earth so bad, man. You know, why, man? Because the inward man wants a legacy, man. Okay, Jake want hoes and cars and clothes and hood fame. You know, the temporary things, man. Jake lust for that. Jake long for that. That's Jake end game to their life. Okay, but within this ministry, as we are being groomed by Yahweh Shai, we becoming big thinkers, man. We think on a massive scale. Okay, everybody, you know, let's talk about guys and we guys and these different things, but see, they still think like in the flesh. You know, they think guys is, you know, just having powers and no, man, it's a mindset first, man. Okay, of an eternal legacy, man. You see, being a guy starts in the mind, and we're being groomed up to that. And it says, verse 17 said, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a more, all right, a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, an eternal righteous legacy, man." Okay, in the kingdom, everything we do is gonna be geared towards our legacy, man. Okay, we're not just gonna have wives, you know, just to have, you know, there ain't gonna be no big orgies in the kingdom. Okay, or you know, a rap video, you know, the hot tub, you know, golden hot tub, you know, you and 20 women. No, those wives are gonna be for the purpose of legacy building. We're gonna enjoy them. Okay, it's gonna be a pleasure that we can't even imagine. Okay, but it's gonna be to expand. All right, a legacy, man. It's gonna be to forward a legacy, man. You see, every move we make in the kingdom is gonna be towards expanding the legacies of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. Okay, because as a son, what do? You forward your father's legacy, man. All right, that's why you had King David had a great name in the earth. Okay, but guess what? His son Solomon, he fathered. Okay, he expanded on the foundation that David had laid, man. That's what it's gonna be in the kingdom, man. Our sons are gonna keep expounding on the foundation that the 144,000, all right, have laid, man, under Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai is gonna keep expanding on the legacy of his father. Okay, of the Father, man. You see, and it's gonna be all in righteousness, man. Okay, that's what the kingdom of heaven is about, man. Yeah, Esau, cause what did Esau do? He did the exact opposite. Let's get that, man. You know, when you go to the book of First Maccabees. All right, now this is first book of Maccabees, chapter 1. All right, verse 1. It says, and it happened after Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persian Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. Now, you have to understand, Alexander the Greek, okay, his father was a great warrior king. And the reason why Alexander had such a military platform to work with, okay, was because you go into the history. His father Philip, okay, he pretty much was the first one to get a large military army of all those different Greek states, those Greek city states. You know, because there was thousands of Greek city states, but under Philip, a lot of those Greek city states brought their militaries together. You know, and that's what made them, you know, a force. All right, in their region. So what did Alexander the Greek do? He took the legacy of his father a step farther because they had been going to the Greek and Persian wars. They had been there war. Okay, but with Alexander, what did he do? Through prophecy, okay, he took down the Persian. But what did he do? He forwarded the legacy of what his father, okay, he did in wickedness, man. All right. Now it says, reading on, and it says it made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils, all right, of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. Okay, so Alexander reigned 12 years, then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay, so you see Esau when he came into power as the Greeks through Alexander. Okay, what happened, man? He began a wicked legacy. Okay, all those rulers that came from the Greek Empire, for the Ptolemy, the Seleucids, all right, Cassandra, okay, those generals started a wicked, you know, empire, man. Okay, they expanded an empire of wickedness, man. They did the exact opposite, man. You know, is a Cassandra, Seleucid, Ptolemy, and lots of makers, man. Okay, that was the beginning, all right, of Esau's wicked, okay, empire, man. You know, and it transferred to the Romans. The Romans fell, but now the Roman Empire is back, man. And he did the same thing when he came back in power during the Renaissance, man. Okay, but see, their empire has an end. You see, Esau empire has an end game. All right, ours don't. It's gonna be a kingdom without end. And it's gonna be in righteousness, man. Now, when you go to let's get that in Malachi, when we go back, just to speak on the wicked legacy. Esau, he's known for a wicked legacy, man. But it's temporal, okay? But the righteous legacy is gonna be forever, man. That's what we're fighting for, man. All right. So let's get let's see. get the book of Malachi, chapter 1. I'll get to the point. This is Malachi 1 and 3. And it says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage, all right, waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay, and it's going into, the pagan, all right, Roman Empire that fell. Okay, Jake pretty much took over. That's where you get the Byzantine Empire, the Byzantine dynasty. Okay, and during that time, Esau was pushed, out of power. Okay. Verse 4 said, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever, man. Okay? So it's going to come a time where Esau was going to expand and build on his wicked empire. He was impoverished. He came back during the Renaissance period, back in the power. Then where he started to expand, colonizing the earth. Renaissance art, Renaissance, medicines, Renaissance, science. He was revived. Okay, his empire was revived. All right, through mainly the Spaniards. The conquistadors. Okay, Portugal. All right, the Britons. Okay, France. That's where you get the European colonization. Is mainly consists of them four countries, and America came out of Britain. All right, so his wicked empire was revamped, and what did he do? He began to expand. Now that's why the scriptures say, "Spirit on the wicked for a minute." You're gonna get back to a righteous legacy, man. That's why the scriptures say this. When you go to Psalm. Like Yep, this is Psalms 58:3. And it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they born, speaking lies. And that's why you see wickedness, okay, has engulfed the earth. Because it's a wicked, it's a wicked nation of people, okay, that's in power. Okay, and the more that they expand, okay, and reproduce, there's more wickedness, okay, that's engulfing the earth. I just told you that during the time of the Greeks, how their sons after them put crowns upon themselves and wickedness multiplied in the earth. So this man, all Esau can produce is a wicked, perverse seed, man. That's the only thing he can produce. But in the kingdom, all we're going to produce is righteous seeds, man. Okay? That's why even when you go into the new covenant, because see, most High finna cut this wicked seed off. Let me get the cut off for Esau. Then, that's why scriptures say this, man. Okay. Remember, this is an ancient book. Okay, and it deals with ancient judgment. The Eastern culture deals with the root of the problem. See, Western culture gets you to try to deal with things case by case. No, Eastern culture deals with the root of the problem. Okay, that's why they cut off whole lineages, man. Okay, that's why in our law, if a nigga was slothful and lazy, okay, you'll put that nigga to death so he won't keep reproducing himself, man. Okay, and that's how it's gonna be on the nationwide level, man. When you go to Isaiah 14:21, it says, "Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities," man. Okay, just like they did as the Greeks, just like they did during the Renaissance. That's not gonna happen again. That evil empire is gonna be cut off, man. And it's gonna be through destroying all the males of Edom. Okay, so it can't reproduce itself anymore, man. All right. Verse 22 said, "For I will rise up against them," said the Lord of hosts, "and cut off from Babylon the name, okay, and remnant, and son and nephew." Okay, you see that? "I will also make it a possession of the bitter and the pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction," said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, man. Okay? In America, which is pretty much the crown, the capital city of this evil empire, is gonna be completely wiped out, man. You know? But we have an eternal righteous kingdom to look forward to, man. All right? We're gonna go into it when you go into 2 Corinthians 4 and 18. All right? Back back into it, it said, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal." Yeah, all these other empires were temporal, man. All right, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, okay, the Persians, the Medes, okay, the Romans, okay, this new Roman Empire. All these things were temporal, man. Okay, that's why scriptures say. Matter of fact, we'll get that in Isaiah. Yes, Isaiah. Yep, this is Isaiah 65 and 17. It said, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind." The former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Okay? Because you gotta think about it. In order to understand ancient, ancient Babylonian culture and achievements, you gotta go research and study, man. Okay? But it's a lot of things that's not remembered. Okay? You can't just go to the random person and ask them about ancient Babylon, okay, ancient Assyria. They don't know. Their legacy is pretty much dead, man. You know, it's you know amongst historians, people, who research those things. You can have a conversation with them, but that's far and in between. But see, our kingdom gonna always be present. It ain't gonna be no, yeah, they used to do this, and ain't gonna be no more used to for Israel. Okay, we gonna be the present. Hey, we gonna be like the heavenly Father. That's why I say he gonna take our glory unto himself. Woo! Man, it just hit me like, because when we say Yahweh, we're saying he is. That means no matter how far you go back, okay, he's there. Okay? He's here in the present, and he's always going to be in the future. Okay? And Israel is going to be similar to that. Now, we're going to have a beginning, but see, in the kingdom, pretty soon, man, you're gonna go back 1,000,000 years. Israel was ruling. Okay, we ruling now, and we're gonna always rule forever, man. You know, and he said, "Their glory will I take unto myself," man. We're gonna have like a small portion of that glory of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. He is, man. Man, that's what we fighting for, man. Okay, and I always go into these things because, like I say, man, we gonna have to. We're gonna have to have a mindset towards these things when we find ourselves in these harsh situations that we're finna come in for the sake of Yahweh Shah, man. And Lord willing, because it just built me up, just thinking about that, man. Call Allah and Allah Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. You know? And that's how you know it's a spirit that's working through men, because there's a lot of things that hit brothers, as they teach it. It's a lot of revelations that kind of come out as brothers teach, man. It's like, it's a higher power that's influencing brothers, man. The spirit like the wind. You see? Um, Let me finish this. And it says, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." okay, are eternal, man. And it's gonna be a righteous legacy, man. Okay? So just as Esau taught the earth wickedness, we're gonna teach the earth righteousness, man. Alright, now let's get there. First we gotta be changed. Okay? First we gotta be changed. And see, going into the new covenant, this is the beginning of the expansion, okay, of righteousness in the earth. This is Hebrews 8 and I started at 6. It says, but now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is a mediator, which is Yahweh Shai, our mediator, of a better covenant, which was established upon better promise. For the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second, for finding fault with them, with the people, with us. Okay? With us, that's where the fault was at, man. Not the covenant, not the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? It was us, man. But guess that's why we're going to be changed, okay, within this new covenant, man. When Yahweh Shai come back, that twinkling of an eye, that's the beginning of the new covenant, okay? And why is that? Let's read. It said, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, and I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel, with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. Because Israel was established, he was given the law, statutes, and commandments to expand a righteous empire. Okay? That's why the scriptures say that he planted us a holy and right seed. How art thou then become a degenerate unto me? Jeremiah 2 and 21. Because we were supposed to be we were supposed to be we were supposed to mass produce righteousness in the earth, man, as a nation. That's what we were supposed to do. You know, we talked about the spiritual corporation earlier. As Israelites, we were supposed to produce mass produce righteousness in the earth, man. Okay, expanding the standard, expanding the brand of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai in the earth. We failed. Okay, so now the new covenant, the Most High, going to put a righteous program within us, man. Okay, well we can't fail. And it says, for this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. This is Hebrews 8 and 10. So this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For all right, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest, man. From the least to the greatest, they all shall know me. Okay? So just like the scriptures say, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go forth as soon as they are born speaking lies. Okay? In Psalms 58 and 3. Well, in our kingdom, our people are going to be righteous from the womb. Okay? They're going to be righteous from the womb. And that's why 2/3 got to die. It's pretty much like a reprogramming. Like, you really can't look at, that's the end, what's going to happen to 2/3 of our people. We got family members and, friends, that we was once close to that's, not going to make it, man. We still pray we make it. Okay? We still got to fight ahead of us. Okay? But pretty much, those that don't make it, they're pretty much just going back to the spiritual realm and get their righteous reprogramming, man. Okay? So when they come back into the earth, all right, through the loins of the righteous, of the elect, all right, they're going to be an extension of their righteous empire, man. So it's going to be good for Israel, man. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai got a plan for all his people, man. That's why, when you understand, you're not offended. Okay, when we really start to understand these things, we're not, offended. Okay, now, I'm going to finish off in verse 12. It said, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquity will I remember no more. And that's through Yahweh Shai, man. See, Yahweh Shai knew that what he was doing was gonna be was gonna put in motion, okay, put in motion for us to come back as a righteous nation as a whole. It began with the elect, beginning with those first fruits, those men, those spirits that was back there with Yahweh Shai in the beginning. That's what it started with. That was his main purpose, to get those spirits back in order. Okay, the 144,000. Then the elect whom he will have mercy on, the rest of the 1/3, and then eventually the whole nation will be able to come back, man. Yahweh Shai laid the groundwork of this legacy, man, of this righteous legacy, man. As Adam, he failed, but as Yahweh Shai, he started the process of getting everything right, man. Getting it right like his father wanted. That's why the father was so pleased with his son Yahweh Shai, because he started cleaning up after himself, man. But that's another lesson within itself. Okay, Yahweh Shai pretty much will clean up after himself first, because remember that when the high priest make an atonement, he make an atonement for himself first. Okay, then for the rest of the nation, man. So Yahweh Shai will really pretty much clean up after himself, and then he cleansed us, man. Then that blood cleansed us, man. Lord will of the hopeful elect. Okay, and it says, "For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquity I remember no more. And that he save a new covenant, he have, and that he save a new covenant, he have made the first old. Now that which is decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish, man." That's that old covenant in which worked death in us, man, because we can hold up to it in this flesh. But the new covenant is going to be eternal, because we're going to have the program to be righteous, man. Okay? We're going to be programmed in righteousness, man. Or we'll never be displeasing to the Heavenly Father, man. And it's going to be eternal favor, man. Okay? Each individual brother going to have a good name, and us as a nation is going to have a good name. Okay? We'll get a couple more, close out. Yeah, man, I was just out here thinking before I started up. I was just out here drinking coffee, man. I was like, man, it's time to start. I'm ready for legacy, man. I'm ready to get the earth back, man. Okay, the resources, get the animals, brothers, brothers are very fond of animals, man. That's a beautiful thing about the kingdom, man. The palace gonna be built up, palaces, and our estates gonna be built up with precious stones and gold, and then the animals just gonna have free course, man. They don't have to worry about nobody trying to film them. Esau putting chips in animals and trackers, cameras on the animals and all these different things, man. Okay, everything gonna have its free course, man. Everything is gonna flourish under a righteous government, man. Okay. This is Isaiah 54, and it's pretty much the story of Israel, man. 54 and 11. It says, "O thou afflicted, tossed with tempest, and not comforted. Okay, behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colors, and lay thy foundation with sapphires, and I will make thy windows of agates, and thy gates of carbuncle, and all thy borders of pleasant stones, and all thy children shall be taught the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness shalt thou be established, thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee." Because all our people gonna know is righteousness, man. Okay? That's all our people gonna know. You see, right now, you have Israelite men that come in the earth, they uncle be a dope boy, one uncle be a jack boy, okay, they dad to be a grimy nigga, he in prison for life, for murder, okay? So what you think Jake gonna be, man? Okay, these women, all right, they come in, to the daughters of Israel are born now, where their mother's a single mother, their auntie is, a super thought, okay, one auntie a trap girl. So what you think, okay, the daughter gonna be, man? And that's why Yahweh Shema Shah is finna do a mass cleansing, because Israel is only producing wickedness like Esau, man. You know, those that are not of the elect, those that are not in Yahushua, all they can produce is wickedness, man. Someone who thinks like an Edomite. That's why it's gonna be cut off. But in the kingdom, all the sons of Israel, all they gonna know is their uncles and their fathers and their cousins and their brothers in rulership is being righteous rulers, man. Righteous nobility, man. Okay, the women gonna come into a kingdom. The daughters of Israel are gonna be born into a kingdom where all they're gonna see is their mothers, their aunties, their cousins, their older sisters on point, man. In order to the men in righteousness, man. That's all they're gonna see and know. Okay, so what's this gonna produce, man? Mass production of righteousness, man. Okay, and all these nations. Okay, it starts with Israel getting in order first, and then what? All these nations are going to get in order because they're going to see it. Okay, let's get that in Isaiah 63. Isaiah 61. All right, it's Isaiah 61 and 1. This way, Howard Shai, was preaching in the book of Luke, 4 and 17. Howard Shai went to this this scriptures in Isaiah and began to read because he's the beginning of this, man. He planted the seed, okay, of this righteous empire, okay, and we're continuing that legacy of constantly planting that seed of a righteous empire to the elect, man. Okay, it says this is Isaiah 61 and 1. It says the Spirit of the Lord powers upon me because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Yeah, because this society put us in a box. You can't think outside of being a nigga. You can't think outside of being, an American. Okay? Well, what type of American, like say, well, you a straight grimy nigga, some corporate American nigga, you still nigga. Alright? Like that song, man, the OJ song, and that song Trick that it had. Okay? You world champion and you MVP, you still a nigga, man. You got your masters and 4 degrees, you still a nigga, man. Okay? Esau has our people in that box, that nigga box, man. Okay? Whether you think you're upper class or what, man. All right, but see, in this ministry, we broken outside that box, man. Okay, we don't look at ourselves as niggas anymore, man. Hey, we're pretty much rulers in training, man. Okay, rulers in training. All right, and we understand that Esau Edom is the base of men. He's been exalted, but this is the base of men. And see, now we think outside that box that he created for us, man. Okay? Which a lot of our people are still in that prison, man, of their way of thinking. It said to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them, because see, the day of vengeance is Yahweh Shai coming back, and taking down all these heathen kings, man. Okay? Just as Alexander took down, these different kings, okay, to establish a wicked empire. Yahushua is coming down to take these wicked kings down to establish a righteous empire, man. Okay? That's the day of vengeance, man. The vengeance for righteousness, man. Okay? I said to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beautiful ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called the trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that he might be glorified. You see that? Planted in righteousness, man. Okay? We're going to be reestablished in righteousness, man. Okay? It says, and they shall build the old waste, they shall raise up the former desolations, they shall repair the waste cities and the desolations of many generations. And that's twofold because it starts with us, being built back up. All right, the tabernacle of David being raised up, okay, that has been laid waste for generations, man. Their tabernacle in the spirit has been laid waste for generations. But now, in this time, the time of the acceptable year. Okay, a time where we're going to be accepted by Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, we're being raised back up, and then on the physical level, they're going to rebuild. These heathens going to rebuild Jerusalem, man. Okay, they're going to rebuild our kingdom, man. Okay, and we're going to keep expanding and expanding and expanding, man. All right, but it starts with Israel being built up first, man. Starting with Jerusalem, man. All right, the city of Zion, man. It's the city of David, man. Yahweh Shai sitting on that throne of David eternally, man. Man, I wonder how this is gonna be like the first, you know, when Yahweh Shai actually takes a seat, you know, on that throne, man. Man, man, we're a part of a great nation, man. You know, we're a part of a great nation, man. How good is Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, man? That's why our forefathers would just sing songs, just thinking, man, just thanking Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, man. You know, well, you'll never forget that. That'll be a eternal thought, man. You know, the first time Yahweh Shai just sits on that throne, you know, of David, man, in the earth. He's done, man. That's the beginning of an eternal kingdom, man. It'll never end. Like, it ain't gonna be, you know, it's gonna be good. We're gonna be happy for. No, it's gonna be eternal, man. That's it, man. You know, that's it, man. Like it's right now, it's the playoffs, man. This the spiritual playoffs, man. A brother put that in the comment board for me, man. Bob the shop. Spiritual playoffs, man. You know, Lord will, we can get into that sometime soon, man. That's what this is, man. Okay? And we the underdog, but it's beautiful, man. Cause ain't nothing like the underdog winning the championship, man. You know? Going back to it, and it says, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. Going to work, man. Okay? We read somebody got to do this vocab. Alright, let's read Isaiah 61 and 5 again. And strangers, okay, let's talk about you heathens, man. Okay, shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers, man. Okay, you're gonna be a kingdom. These heathens gonna be in servitude, man. Okay. When you go to, let's get this real quick, man. You know, let's get this, man. Birds sing. See, everybody waiting on the sons of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai to come back in the power, man. Okay. Now, I just want to get this real quick. This is in this is First Kings chapter 4. Now, this is Solomon's daily provision, you know, and this is what this is what him and his household was eating, because you know he had servants, you know, noblemen, different princes and rulers, you know, that was under him, and this is how. This is what was their daily provisions for Solomon. It says in Solomon's provision, this is 1 Kings 4:22, and I started 20, man. You know, it said Judah and Israel were many as the sand of the sea, which is by the sea in multitude, eating and drinking and making merry, man. Eating and drinking and making merry, man. It was in righteousness, man. Okay, we're going to enjoy each other in the kingdom, man. Okay, brothers are going to get to enjoy, you know, being brothers. That brotherly love is going to be back, all right, full strength in the kingdom, man. We're going to get to enjoy our families fully in the kingdom, man. They said they were doing what? All right, eating and drinking and making merry, man, under Solomon, man. Okay, but under Yahweh Shai, this is going to be eternal, man. All right. And it says, and Solomon reigned over all kingdoms from the river unto the land of the Philistines and unto the border of Egypt. They brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life. These heathens, man, they're going to do it all the days of our life. But guess what? We're going to be immortal. Okay? Verse 22. And Solomon's provision for one day was 30 measures of fine flour, okay, and 3 score measures of meal, all type of desserts, 10 fat oxen, okay, and 20 oxen out of the pasture, all right, and 100 sheep. Love the lamb. You know, y'all into the oxtail. You know, I never had the oxtail before, but I hear brothers talk about it a lot. You know, I never had it. You know, but these are all what this society would consider what delicacies, man. You know, it says, and besides heart, okay, and roebucks, which is and fallow deer, and a fatted fowl, which is chicken, deer meat. Okay, I'm heavy on that deer meat. That deer meat good as hell. You know, you country boys down here be knocking them deers down, man. You know, so yeah, but this is a daily provision, man. But guess what? Who gonna prepare all this, man? You think no? You think Solomon then was in the kitchen? His wives? No, man. They had servants. His wives had servants. You know, it's gonna be you're gonna be so ranked up in the kingdom that you know we're gonna have servants, and our servants gonna have servants, man. You see, you know, our wives gonna have servants, and our wives servants gonna have servants, man. You know, you're gonna be ranked up on a whole nother level, man. Okay, you know what I say? It's time for legacy, man. All right. It says verse 24. It says, "For he had dominion over all the region on this side of the river, from Tipshah even to Azar, over all the kings on this side of the river, and he had peace on all sides round about him, man." And that's what we're coming into, man. Eternally, like the Apostle Paul said, you know, it's like the kingdom of Solomon was put on pause, man. You know, like the kingdom of Solomon was put on pause. Okay. So going back to Isaiah 61. Okay. That's why I say this. Isaiah 61:5. "And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers." That's where you come. That's where you come in at, vocab. All right. That's your decree for you. Okay. John 3:16 and all that whosoever. No, nigga. That's what Israelite. All right, foreigners, man. Okay. You want to be the strangers and all this? No. This is your scripture. The strangers and aliens. This is your scripture. Okay. Work. All right. Verse 6 it says, "But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. You shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall you boast yourselves," man. That's what we're going to be known for in the kingdom, man. Okay? That's what we're going to be known for in the kingdom, is righteousness, man. Okay? No more known for niggas and thoughts and, you know, all right, the loud black woman, the loud angry black woman, and, you know, the sleepy Mexican, drunk Indian. No, all this gonna be gone. We're gonna be known as the ministers of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. That's gonna be the legacy of the nation of Israel, man. Okay, the Lord's people, man. Okay, and these nations gonna come, okay, and bow down, man. And they're gonna learn righteousness, man. That's why the first 1,000 years gonna be rigorous, man. Okay, it's gonna be a righteous foot in their ass for 1,000 years, man. Okay. Righteousness will be instilled. They're not going to be perfect, okay, but it's going to be a righteous energy in the earth, man. Okay, they're going to be on point, all right, to the point where they're going to be willingly wanting to come, because they're going to see the benefits of it, man. Okay, Esau, Edom has duped everyone with these temporal, you know, convenient, you know, pleasures, okay, but it's long-term death, though, man. Okay, it's long-term death. You see, but they gonna see in that kingdom that our way produces life, man. Okay, you're gonna breathe the air. The air gonna have its smell back, man. Okay, the water gonna have all these nutrients in it. The fruit gonna have all these nutrients again. The meat, okay, is gonna have all these nutrients in it. Everything is gonna be back in order, man. Okay, this is Isaiah 2:1. It says, "The word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last day that the mountains, all right, of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it." All right. people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah from Jerusalem. You see that? That righteous legacy is going to spread, and it's going to have a righteous impact on the earth, man. And these nations are going to be willing, to come, and get, okay, a to get the instructions, okay, from the government of Israel, man. And if they don't, they're gonna get their work. Okay, you think Esau was tough with his saints, and then you let a nation buck up against righteousness in the kingdom, man. It's gonna be straight and direct. And you gotta do all this propaganda and make it seem, demonize these foreign leaders and then go, no, man, it's gonna be because they went against, okay, the standard, man. Okay, they gonna get jacked up, man. Okay, they gonna be made examples, man. All right, and Esau, he's gonna be done away with. Okay, that nigga there gonna be evicted, from paradise, man. Imagine that high holy day, man, when Esau was eradicated, man. You know, but Lord will you brothers and you few sisters were edified, man. Just wanted to go into that this morning, you know. As out here just like meditating in the spirit, because it's time for legacy, man. Right now, this is just a this is trash ass kingdom, man. Very low frequency. You know, it's time to get the hell out of here, man. But we, with patience, wait for, our change, man. With patience, we wait for our change. Lord, will you edify to the next time I say shalom. Going to Allah, Bob, DTA soon. Shalom.